Welcome to another edition of Islanders Insiders. We come to you from the locker room here at the Dugan Family Track and Soccer Stadium here in Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm Stephen King. We're joined here today by the head coaches of Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islander Women's Volleyball, Tony Graystone, as well as the head coach of Islanders Women's Soccer, Shanna Caldwell. We're also going to be showing you a feature today of something very special here in Corpus Christi, the Miracle League. That's coming up a bit later. But right now we are going to talk a little bit of volleyball with the head coach of Islanders Volleyball, head coach Tony Graystone. How you doing?
I'm good.
Well, I tell you one thing, Coach. First off, congratulations. You put together an unbelievable streak, a team record streak, and just an unbelievable accomplishment. You had to be very proud of your team. But unfortunately, by the end of the weekend, that streak came to a halt. You know, what are some of the secrets of a coach? Tell me some of your secrets when you're trying to maintain a streak.
Well, for us, it's just preparing the same way every day, going through your routine and being consistent, making sure we show the team our same face every day and try to be predictable. You know, we don't want to be throwing any real curveballs at them. You know, they by this time they know what makes us happy and what gets us upset. And, you know, I think there's got to be that consistency all the way around.
I was going to say, is there a superstitious factor? Do we wear the same tie? Do we do things any differently?
Absolutely. The way we prepare, you know, how we sit on the bench, how we put our lineup together. I mean, I'm a little freakish that way, I think. But, yeah, for sure, there's definitely some patterns that come up.
Well, over the weekend, you know, first off, on the Thursday game, Dig Pink, huge event, another phenomenal crowd at the Dugan Wellness Center, almost 1,200 folks that came out to witness it. First off, the energy of the building, and kind of tell us about that.
Yeah, that was a great night, and fortunately the team played one of their best matches of the season, and that's really our favorite night of the year. We get all the fans there, the parents come in from out of town to be there and be a part of that, and the players really get jacked up for that one. So, you know, SFA was a great opponent for it, made us play our best ball, and by the end of the first match, we were the first set we were really rolling again. We got over that first set loss and then bounced back and we're in good shape.
It's a big night, of course, out to promote awareness and raise money in the fight against breast cancer. Dig Pink is a tremendous event for that, and it's been successful over the years. You're coming off of a big high, everything that kind of plans around Dig Pink. Then you have to come back to the court on Saturday as Northwestern State comes to town, a team that also had only one conference loss coming into the weekend. What was the difference between the way the team played on Thursday and the way the team played on Saturday?
Well, on Thursday, you know, there's just two different styles, two different teams with different strengths, and SFA let us do some things with our outside hitters that we like to do, and we were able to have a lot of success. Northwestern took those things away. They play a much different defense and forced us to do some things that took us really out of our comfort zone, and as we tried to adjust, we just didn't feel that good about it, and everything was uncomfortable for us on our side, and they kind of sat back and took some free points from us, and then we had a lot of long rallies there, and it wasn't like we played especially bad. It was just we ended the rallies the wrong way too many times, and so we gave them more points than they needed, and that was the difference.
Does losing one match put yourself or your team in any type of panic mode at all?
No, it doesn't. You know, as coaches, it stops us right in our tracks, and now we got to reevaluate things, and we got to find ways to make adjustments and things that we're working. Once somebody figures you out, then the rest of the conference uses that as a blueprint, and they're going to try to do the exact same thing. And so you got to stay one step ahead. And so, you know, it's just like basketball. You run the same play until they stop it, and then you come up with another play. In volleyball, it's the same thing. You got a formula that's working. They've found a defense that slowed us down, so now we've got to have a counter adjustment.
Nothing too dramatically different. You still go with your strengths, what brought you there.
For sure.
But little things.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. You know, and you know, Northwestern really packed the court on us. They really squeezed us, forced us to hit some different shots and hit some different angles that we weren't wanting to do. And so now we got to learn how to hit them.
When we're at our best, talk about this. What facet of the game is the biggest difference for the Islanders when we're playing at our highest level?
Well, we have all of our options going. Logan can be really dynamic, get off the ground. She can be an option herself or get it somewhere else. We don't become one-dimensional just with our outside hitters, so we get Shaquin and Sarah involved as well, and we just have that balance that we're looking for. We know that we've got outside hitters that can do it for us, but when the other team has got it stacked on us, you know, we don't want to play 1-on-6. We want to play 6-on-6.
At what point do you start focusing a little more intently on the standings and kind of plotting your positioning in the Southern Conference? Of course, being on top is ultimately number one, But at the same time, you have to look at all your options.
Well, we're kind of in this mode right now because the teams were played last week, and then this coming week you only see one time this season. So as far as tiebreakers go, these are the matches that are going to determine it. So this weekend is a big one. ORU has got 2 losses just like us. It's a key match, and to get that win gives us a great advantage for them down the road.
You mentioned this upcoming weekend. Now the team, nice little stretch at home. You're going on the road for your final road trip of the season as you travel to Tulsa to face Oral Roberts, then to Conway to face Central Arkansas, 2 of the top dogs in the Southland Conference. It's a big weekend. Now, a sweep would be phenomenal, but a split isn't that bad either.
No, absolutely not. And, we're not, we got to take this one match at a time. And so we're going to put all of our eggs into that ORU basket for right now and try to get that win. And then we'll start thinking about Central Arkansas afterward. But, we feel good about, if we play our best, we know that we're in these matches and give ourselves a great chance. And there's nothing that we're going to see this weekend that we haven't already seen this season. So it's just, can we handle being on the road and learn from what went wrong on Saturday and bounce back.
Oh, this is true. Now, after that road swing, you're going to come back. You have your final non-conference game against Prairie View, and then it's conference games the rest of the way, but it's 6 straight games at home. When you first saw the schedule that was laid out by the Southland Conference and realized that you had the tail end of your schedule all at home, how shocked were you? How excited were you? And how is that going to affect this team?
We know that this is our last trip. We've been talking about it for a long time, and we've spent a lot of time together on the road. There's no secret about that. And we know that after this weekend, it's going to be much different for us, how we feel and how we get extra time to prepare and all the way through. So, now that we've gone through it, this has been a great move for us. And, when the schedule first came out, we were supposed to still have a Tuesday night trip to McNeese and a Tuesday night trip to Nichols. And we decided, let's just get those out of the way early. Let's pack them into a different road trip and overload it and really test our players and see what they could do with it. And they came out really well. We won both of those matches and that we rescheduled, and now the payoff is coming after this weekend. We'll be at home the rest of the way. Well,
you've got some outstanding leadership on this team. It's time to see how they step up and bounce back. Who ultimately are you looking to be that person to get them redirected in a positive way?
Well, it's going to be all of our upperclassmen for sure, but we've got every player has a pretty distinct role out of our starting core group, and they've just got to be able to keep themselves together and make their play the way they know they're supposed to, and just for that moment that we need them, they just got to do their job. And then if something goes wrong, we've got to have a good bounce back, and that's where the leadership really shows up for us, is whether or not we can get ourselves back on track and regroup and not let one mistake turn into a 3 or 4 point run. And we do that, we're fine.
Islander Volleyball, we're talking with the head coach, Tony Graystone. Coach, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Stay with us. When we come back, a very interesting feature that you're not going to want to miss. A feature on the Miracle League, brought to you by Dixie League. That's coming your way right here on Islanders Insider.
It's that time of year again, when all the conditioning and all the hard work pays off. It's time for the State Farm Southland Conference Mascot Challenge. Izzy's been putting in long hours getting ready, and he needs your help. Vote online via the Southland Conference Facebook page or by visiting tinyurl.com/mascot1314. The winning program gets $5,000. So vote every day. Go Islanders. Congratulations to volleyball's Logan Bork, this week's GoIslanders.com Student Athlete of the Week, presented by Pepsi. Bork reached a new milestone this week after dishing out 121 assists in 3 matches. She became the first Islander to reach 4,000 assists in a career. Congratulations, Logan.
Welcome back to Islanders Insider. Right now we bring you a feature that we're pretty proud of here. It's about the relationship with Islanders athletics and the Miracle League. Let's check in with Dixie League with the story.
Recently, Islanders Athletics got involved with Miracle League, where athletes from all different sports come together to support an inspiring cause.
It felt really good. Actually, it's a different change of pace. Of course, these kids, like all of us, they wanted to play sports, and it's nice to have a Miracle League to give them the opportunity to play sports like this. And it looks like everybody's having a good time,
It's been fun helping the kids, play baseball and doing things that some of them can't do on their own, but a lot of them are really energetic, so you have to run around and keep up with some of them.
It's actually my first time being a part of the Miracle League. It's actually a good event. It's always good to come out here and help the community interact with other kids and everything and try a different sport. It's always fun and it's a good deal.
The experience gave the athletes a whole new perspective and taught them all a little something new about themselves.
It's humbling. It helps you realize that, you can't take advantage of anything. And I know when I was younger, I always looked up to older people and always wanted to be around anyone older to mentor me. So it's good for us to be able to give back to them. Working with kids, seeing them happy and smiling, that's probably the best thing.
I love kids, so it's always good. They're easy to please. I always make them laugh. You guys got a lot in common. You can goof off with them, and it's just a good deal.
For me, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you have a good heart. Hey, I'm helping these kids who can't really do it by themselves, but like me, I see, and they're all happy and stuff, and you give them high fives. I don't know. It's a fun experience. I like it.
The athletes were not only able to volunteer for such an amazing cause, but were able to build friendships with the kids that they worked with.
Carlos, he has a lot of energy. He can run for days, so I had to run a lot, keeping him around. And sometimes he has a mind of his own and he wants to bat and field at the same time.
Yeah, Casey, she was really funny. We made a little relationship with about 2 minutes. She was dancing, singing a song that me and Emmanuel were singing, and we just clicked right there.
She was just funny. I don't know, when we went over there and we were throwing with her, she was talking to us. She was really open. She started singing songs and all three of us started dancing. So it's like an instant connection there.
It was through this experience that the Islanders athletes were able to give back to the community that has always stuck by and supported them for so long.
It's very important for us because we're very privileged and blessed to have the opportunity to do what we do. So for us to give it back, it means a lot.
It's very important, of course, because we give to the community and they give back to us. They will come support us in our meets and support us in the baseball games or basketball games. So I guess we help them and they help us in a sense.
I feel like it's important because, the community, they support us. It's only right that we support them, return the favor, and interact with other people in the community in some way, whether it be with the Miracle League or just voluntary for any other event. I think it's always good. It's always a good look to show that we care.
For Islanders Insider, I'm Dixie Lee. We'll be right back.
What's Massage Envy Spa? For me, it's healthy, it's affordable. I mean, he always wants
pain relief.
Right. And I want a healthier complexion. And now we can get a customized massage or a healthy skin facial.
At a really good price.
At a great price. And nothing feels better than that.
Customized massages and healthy skin facials, all at the perfect price. Start a healthy routine today with Massage Envy Spa.
Go, you'll see.
Welcome back to Islanders Insider. This time we're going to talk some women's soccer. We have the head coach of Islanders women's soccer, Coach Shanna Caldwell. Coach.
Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Good to see you as well. It's been a while since we spoke. Last time in, assistant coach Lauren Molinaro joined us. She did a great job, by the way.
Money likes to talk, so wasn't really nervous about that one.
Not too concerned. Well, since the last time we spoke, the team has been out on the road in Southern Conference play, and they've had some challenges. There's no doubt. Most recently, there was the matchup at Abilene Christian, and if the soccer gods didn't make it tough enough, they threw weather into the mix this time. What was the issue at Abilene Christian?
We got about 55 minutes in and then had a lightning strike. So we were called off, had a 30-minute delay, lightning struck again, had another delay. So then it became an issue of if we could get the game in because of darkness. So we were scrambling to get we had maybe a 5-minute warm-up on the field after we'd been sitting for 45 minutes in the locker room to come back out. The temperature dropped about 25 degrees, so it was an interesting game. It made it interesting. It was a fun experience.
Different.
It was different, yeah. But faced a lot of different challenges this year.
How difficult is it to maintain focus in a situation like that, where all of a sudden you have to come away from the field at midpoint, come back in and try and get your mind right?
I think it was an unfortunate time for us because we'd settled down. We were playing really well. We were on the attack. We'd just gotten a goal. We were starting to press a little bit more, put more pressure on them up top, and get called off the field. And I think the kids were just so anxious and excited to get the game in so that we didn't have to stay overnight and then restart the whole game. Because if we didn't get to 70 minutes, we would have had to restart the whole game over Saturday morning at 10. So they were just excited and just weren't quite as composed. The effort was there, but it was a little frantic. We gave up a goal right after that restart, and finally we settled down right after that, but and kept the attack going, kept playing, and looked really good. We just, it was unfortunate we couldn't find the back of the net to tie it.
When you did find the back of the net, though, it came from a new source. Callan Rodona ends up scoring for you folks, and it was her first goal of the year, and it was that in itself had to be pretty exciting. That's a young lady that works so hard, is such a big physical presence, and to actually see her get in the scores book, that had to be nice.
Yeah, I mean, Callie's been involved in a lot of our scoring chances. She, her presence in the box demands a lot of attention from the other team, marking her, which opens up some other players. But she's been real close a couple times off of free kicks, and this time she made a great run and just was aggressive and attacked the ball and just didn't do anything fancy, just put her head on it and put it in the back of the net. So
now let me ask you this: you're not new to coaching by any shape or form, but it's your first head coaching opportunity. Now, what was your first year so far at the helm been like coaching this program?
I think my time as an assistant, did help prepare me. I've been through 10 years of being an assistant. I've seen a lot. Been through almost every situation. Sure. So, I think every team is unique, and each season is its own. With this one, I think I was impressed with how well and quickly our girls came together. And as far as we hit the wall the week before, which you expect every year, except that we had everybody hit it at the same time. And, it was just a matter of keeping the girls positive and letting them know that the ship wasn't sinking, and we just had to keep pushing through. And we came out against Abilene and played very well. We looked like the team that I was used to seeing on the field. So is there anything new or unique about being a head coach? I mean, the pressure is a little bit different. Personally, you're accountable for everybody, but no, I mean it's fun. It's been a fun year.
How has the team held up mentally and physically? I know it's a challenging sport, challenging season, challenging schedule.
It's tough. It's for the majority of them's first time playing this physical of a schedule. The back-to-back games, week in, week out, and just there's really no downtime. So adjusting to that, college life, soccer, school, exams. I think as a coaching staff, we just had to keep them as positive as could be, as can be, and just kind of let them know that they're gonna have some ups and downs, and that it's just got to stay the course and know what the end goal was, and that's to continually get better as a team and build the foundation for this program for years to come. And I think they've represented the school very well and are doing that.
I would agree with you. Now let me ask you in particular, Audrey Baldwin. She's your goalkeeper, but she's your senior goalkeeper. Now she seems to be kind of the extension on the field of the coaching staff. She's tough. She keeps players accountable out there. Does it come with the job of being the goalkeeper, or does it come with the job of being the senior?
I think it's a combination of both. You typically your goalkeeper, you'd like to be the commander out there. They have the best vision of the field, and when they have a strong presence, the rest of the team typically responds. And I think Baldwin, being a senior, has been through a lot of experiences on the field and off the field that help her lead this group. And she's done a good job, even though she's been tested and called upon many times throughout the year and pretty much in every game, and she's responded well to that. I think she rises with the challenge and accepts that role and thrives in it. So it was a blessing to have her come in, last minute transfer in, and we've taken advantage of that, I think.
Now, I know you're always looking to the future. Has recruiting to the island been a little bit easier now that you have a season almost complete, future prospects more familiar with the program?
I think it's something that we'll continue to advance in terms of getting the name out there. But we definitely are represented well and having a lot of response from all over the state, which is nice. Some bigger clubs are still, I think we've always had the interest and we're continuing to generate that through our play and just having our girls out and about in the community. And we were up in San Antonio watching the women's national team game on Sunday, and everybody had on their Islanders gear, and it was a great response to see a lot of the people in the community that would see our shirts and, oh, we've been following Islander soccer. So that was nice to see when we were up there.
That's outstanding. Now let me finally ask you this. Now, regardless of the record, fan support has been excellent. There's no doubt about that. This year, as a matter of fact, you've led the Southland Conference in home attendance per game at over 600 per match. How much more difficult would this process have been without that?
Oh, the fans have been great. I think that extra support, just knowing, that we've got people behind us. We might not have the results in the win category, but their continual support every Friday, Sunday, whatever it is, showing up and just letting the girls know that they still believe in them, it definitely goes a long way and has helped add to the sense of pride that the girls feel when they put on their jerseys and come out here to play. So it's been awesome.
4 more games remaining. Coach, good luck.
Thank you.
Shanna Caldwell joining us once again here in the locker room. When we come back, we'll tell you what's next for Islanders Athletics. Stay with us, more to come.
It's a pivotal year in Islanders basketball. Our teams have spent the summer training, preparing, and working on the foundation for the coming year. We are going to play with intensity, determination, and passion. We're ready to make a statement in the Southland Conference. Join us on our journey to the tournament. Islanders basketball season tickets are on sale now. Visit GoIslanders.com or call 825-BALL to purchase your tickets today.
Once again, welcome back to Islanders Insider. Now let's look ahead and what's next for Islanders Athletics. Islanders women's volleyball is going to head out on the road on Thursday the 24th as they head to Tulsa, Oklahoma for a 7 o'clock start against Oral Roberts. On Saturday the 26th, they'll head to Conway, Arkansas to take on Central Arkansas for a 12 o'clock start time. Then volleyball will head back to the Dugan Wellness Center on the 29th as they take on Prairie View A&M at the Dugan Wellness Center. It's Greek night, 6 p.m. start time. And then on Thursday the 31st, women's volleyball will take on Nicholls State, also at the Dugan Wellness Center, on a trick-or-treat affair. Islanders soccer will head to Huntsville, Texas to take on Sam Houston State on Friday the 25th, 7 o'clock start time. They'll follow that up on Sunday the 27th with a trip to Houston to take on Houston Baptist. That game slotted for a 1 o'clock start. Then on Friday the 1st, women's soccer will head back to the Dugan Track and Soccer Stadium to take on Stephen F. Austin. That is a 3:30 start time. And then on Sunday the 3rd, it's the regular season finale for women's soccer as they host Northwestern State. That time, 1 o'clock. Islanders cross country on Friday the 1st will be heading to Lake Charles, Louisiana for the Southland Conference Championships. We wish them the best of luck. And on Sunday the 3rd, Islanders women's basketball gets underway with exhibition play at the Dugan Wellness Center on campus as they take on Texas A&M International. That is a 4 o'clock start time. Once again, we want to thank Tony Graystone, the head coach of Islanders volleyball, and the head coach of Islanders soccer, Shanna Caldwell, for joining us in the locker room today. Also, kudos goes out to Dixie Lee for that great report on the Miracle League. I'm Stephen King from the locker room. You've been watching